Waiting is painful, forgetting is painful, but not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. I can control my destiny, but not my fate. Destiny means there are opportunities to turn right or left, but fate is a one-way street. I believe we all have the choice as to whether we fulfill our destiny, but our fate is sealed. I have seen many storms in my life. Most storms have caught me by surprise, so I had to learn very quickly to look further and understand that I am not capable of controlling the weather, to exercise the art of patience, and to respect the fury of nature. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. When you are enthusiastic about what you do, you feel this positive energy. It's very simple. Be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. Elegance is usually confused with superficiality, fashion, lack of depth. This is a serious mistake. Human beings need to have elegance in their actions and in their posture because this word is synonymous with good taste, amiability, equilibrium, and harmony. No, I never saw an angel, but it is irrelevant whether I saw one or not. I feel their presence around me. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself, and no heart has ever suffered when it goes into search of its dream. Everybody is a political person, whether you say something or you are silent. A political attitude is not whether you go to Parliament, it's how you deal with your life, with your surroundings. Remember your dreams and fight for them. You must know what you want from life. There is just one thing that makes your dream become impossible, and that is the fear of failure. The more in harmony with yourself you are, the more joyful you are, and the more faithful you are. Faith is not to disconnect you from reality, it connects you to reality. The two worst strategic mistakes to make are acting prematurely and letting an opportunity slip. To avoid this, the warrior treats each situation as if it were unique and never resorts to formulae, recipes, or other people's opinions. You can become blind by seeing each day as a similar one. Each day is a different one. Each day brings a miracle of its own. It's just a matter of paying attention to the miracle. Every day I try to be in communication with the universe in an unconscious way. We have to stop and be humble enough to understand that there is something called mystery. No one can lie, no one can hide anything when he looks directly into someone's eyes. Of course, to have money is just great because you can do what you think is important to you. I always was a rich person because money is not related to happiness. Let us be absolutely clear about one thing. We must not confuse humility with false modesty or civility. What interests me in life is curiosity, challenges, the good fight with its victories and defeats. Happiness is just another of the tricks that our genetic system plays on us to carry out its only role, which is survival of the species. Everybody has a creative potential, and from the moment you can express this creative potential, you can start changing the world. The major religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, they deny somehow that God has a feminine face. However, if you go to the holy text, you see that there is this feminine presence. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. Writers are lampposts and critics are dogs. Ask lampposts what they think about dogs. Does the dog hurt the lamppost? Sometimes I catch myself stooping, and whenever I am like that, I am sure something is not quite right. You're always learning. The problem is, sometimes you stop and think you understand the world. This is not correct. The world is always moving. You never reach the point you can stop making an effort. People are very reluctant to talk about their private lives, but then you go to the internet and they're much more open. When you write an article about anything, trolls use the comments to attack. They feel frustrated, but haters are losers. It's not good to feed this aspect. It's more intelligent to be constructive. However happy people say they are, nobody is satisfied. We always have to be with the prettiest woman, buy a bigger house, change cars, desire what we do not have. I've done everything I wanted to do, even if I had to pay a very high price, which has been the case most of the time. Everything for me is sacred, beginning with earth, but also going to things made by man. I believe enlightenment or revelation comes in daily life. I look for joy, the peace of action. You need action. With all due respect, the Mona Lisa is overrated. Physical elegance, which is what I am talking about here, comes from the body. There is no superficial matter, but rather the way that man found to honour the way he places his 2 feet on the ground. At every moment of our lives, we all have one foot in the fairy tale and another in the abyss. In love, no one can harm anyone else. We are each responsible for our own feelings and cannot blame someone else for what we feel. Don't explain. Your friends do not need it and your enemies will not believe you. It is not time that changes man, nor knowledge. The only thing that can change someone's mind is love. Love is not to be found in someone else, but in ourselves. We simply awaken it. But in order to do that, we need the other person. There is only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by the one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning. The boat is safer anchored at the port, but that's not the aim of boats. And they will return one day, knowing the miracle of the heavens and of all the world. God knew what he was doing when he drew their attention to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If he hadn't wanted them to eat it, he would never have mentioned it. If I must be faithful to someone or something, I have first of all to be faithful to myself. No one owns anything. Anyone who has lost something they thought was theirs forever finally comes to realise that nothing really belongs to them. And if nothing belongs to me, then there's no point wasting my time looking after things that aren't mine. Sometimes you get no second chance, and that it's best to accept the gifts the world offers you.